Biafra Crusaders on social media. Yes, I'm calling them Biafra Crusaders because I don't want to tag them Nigerians. They are Biafra Crusaders, those that believe on the cause of Biafra, which is not wrong. Kudos to them. They took to social media to heavily criticize Mr. Peter Obi for celebrating former Nigerian head of state Yakubu Gowon 90th birthday. Peter Obi had taken on his social media platform to celebrate the former war veteran for attaining such a feat. Now, let me read Mr. Peter Obi's message to General Yakubu Gowon. I am privileged to join other Nigerians of goodwill to celebrate a highly respected leader and former head of state, General Yakubu Gowon, on his 90th birthday anniversary. In a time of hate, you stood for love. At a time of strife, you stood for peace. At a time of division, you stood for unity. Your life of service to our great nation, Nigeria, stands as one of sacrifice, leadership, and unity. Your steadfast commitment to preserving the peace and sovereignty of Nigeria during a challenging period in our history will forever be remembered and revered. Your exemplary leadership and statesmanship remain an inspiration to younger and many generations of Nigerians. As we celebrate this milestone, I pray that God continue to grant you good health, wisdom, and the grace of true fruitfulness. May your legacy continue to guide us as we strive to build a more united, prosperous, and just Nigeria. Happy 90th birthday, sir. P.O. As usual, there were too many reactions regarding Mr. Peter Obi's birthday message to Yakubu Gowon, especially from the Biafra Crusaders. They did not like that Mr. Peter Obi is celebrating someone that killed over 3 million Igbos. They gave Mr. Peter Obi an ultimatum of 72 hours to take down his post celebrating Yakubu Gowon. Let me read you some of their reactions. Now, this is coming from your popular Igbo defender on Twitter, Chidi Tweet, popularly called Harry, the one that is fighting the Yoruba runners on Twitter. He said, starting to look like you are desperate to be Nigerian's presidential. Anyway, Tinubu T 2031. If you like, kiss blood-sucking Gowon. If you're popular on social media, you know this person as well. He said, now Peter Obi has committed an abominable act and is unforgivable. This is nothing but pure desperation. He just spit on the grave of 5 million innocent Igbos gruesomely murdered by Gowon in the 1967 to 1970. I yet do not want to say I regret supporting him in 2023, but if he doesn't take down this stupid post of his within the next 72 hours, I promise you in 2027, I will ensure he doesn't win more than his village, Agulu, in the election. I don't care what political party you belong to, but no Igbo man or woman should ever say anything like this or close to it about Gowon. He has disappointed millions of his Igbo supporters. I still cannot believe he tweeted this. Alo. And now coming from this one, he said, hell no, it's wrong. Attempting to ambush a mass murderer who chaired and led the murder by starvation of more than 2 million children is outrageous. Oddly, the man he's celebrating is spending his 90th birthday in a faraway land, very far from the country he claims to have helped unify. And this other person say, if you woke me up and told me Peter Obi, an Igbo politician, painted a genocide that claimed over 3 million of his people's life like this, I will never believe. This is unbelievable and I'm upset. Even if he must celebrate him, did he have to type this? Where, at least, we now know for a fact where he stands. Well, this is all I can take. There are many more out there, but I could not continue reading it because it makes me sick to read this kind of reaction for people. It shows that most of these people are just nothing but emotional bubbles. They don't know what they are talking about. It's laughable because some of them think that they can bully Mr. Peter Obi to take down his tweet just like Atiku Abubakar did because of election, where Mr. Peter Obi is not Atiku Abubakar, and whatever Mr. Peter Obi does, he has already think it through. Some of the persons that were even advising Mr. Peter Obi to take down his tweet are the people that Mr. Peter Obi made. Without Peter Obi, nobody would have known them on social media. It is all about politics that they became who they are today on social media. And they now came to advise Mr. Peter Obi to take down a tweet he put out on his official Twitter account. This is laughable. But you need to understand something. I particularly do not think that Yakubu Gowon or any other Nigerian leader deserve praises because of their role in destroying this country, Nigeria. They had a better and functioning country handed over to them by the colonial masters, but they choose to destroy it after enjoying all the benefit in Nigeria. They did not prepare Nigeria for the upcoming generation. As for Gowon, he deserved no praise for his role in the killing of harmless Igbo citizens. The war was senseless. While Gowon and his Nigerian troops were fighting to keep a united Nigeria that was never meant to be one, Ojukwu and his Biafran soldiers were fighting to defend themselves and survive. Quite unfortunate to Yakubu Gowon, decades after fighting, after killing innocent Igbos to keep Nigeria one, his own state, Plateau State, is being besieged, is being plundered by Fulani herdsmen masquerading as terrorists. Ethnic cleansing is going on in Plateau State, and the Nigerian government that he fought alongside with to destroy Igbo land, they are not doing anything to keep his state, Plateau State, safe. Terrorists have overrun Plateau State. Innocent Plateau citizens have been driven away from their ancestral home, their homelands destroyed. All this is happening in his very own eyes. Unfortunately for him, he cannot do anything or say anything about it. Maybe it's karma. The same ethnic cleansings he tried to carry out against the Igbos is the same that he's experiencing in his lifetime. And like I said, he cannot cry or say anything because he is a crusader of ethnic cleansing. I really don't know if Yakubu Gowon is living in regret for not allowing Nigeria to disintegrate peacefully then, because the war he wasted 3 years of his time, resources, human life, and reputation fighting has not yielded any fruit. Nigeria is more divided today than ever. Therefore, he does not deserve any accolade from the Igbo people, but not Mr. Peter Obi. Yes, Peter Obi did nothing wrong in celebrating Yakubu Gowon. What these Biafra crusaders and most of you listening to me should understand is that Peter Obi is a politician. It's a shame that these Biafra crusaders have not understood the place of politicking in actualizing their quest for Biafra. It is my duty here to tell you all the truth, even though most of you will be angered. But you should not be angered, you should rather learn, because for years you have closed your ears from hearing the truth, from hearing other people's own opinion, and that is the reason why you keep making the same mistake over and over again. The first attempt to actualize Biafra in 1967 was met with stiff resistance by the Nigerian government, which led to a civil war. That war was devastating on Igbo land. It led to the balkanization of Igbo territories, exclusion of the Igbos from the Nigerian politics, self-imposed hatred towards the Igbos. On no account should anyone, dead or alive, dream of causing another war again in this country. War is never an option. The only and best ways of actualizing Biafra is through dialogue and politics. Dialogue means dialoguing with the elders, politicians, Igbo communities that were balkanized. There is need to make friends than foes. Everyone who is denying their Igbo heritage should be made to see the importance of Biafra. There is the fear of Igbo domination already from the Igbo minorities. Such fear should be allayed. Unfortunately, Nnamdi Kanu did not actualize this. He disintegrated the Igbo's communities the more with his rude and crude ways of talking about Biafra. Biafra is not just the 5 states in Igbo land, but cut across the southwest and even some part of the middle belt. Another way is via politics. Now, this is the most important of it. It is a shame that these Biafra crusaders on social media that are criticizing Peter Obi for celebrating a war veteran like Yakubu Gowon do not understand politics in our modern day climate. It's so unfortunate that they've not come to realize the importance of politics in our modern day game, and I do not blame them because they learned it from Nnamdi Kanu. Let me tell you all the truth that most of you do not want to hear. Nnamdi Kanu destroyed the chances of Biafra actualization by 50%. When he was released from prison, he had the support of the Igbo people. Kanu had the wish to determine who will hold elective position in any state in Igbo land. The people were glued to his message and were ready to do anything that he says. Nnamdi Kanu had just one assignment, but he failed on it. Now this is what he was supposed to do. A very simple thing. Select politicians loyal to the Biafra cause. Ask the people to vote for them. In doing this, there will be Biafra loyalists in State House of Assembly, the National Assembly, the governors, the chairmen. This will enable them to make laws to advance the cause of Biafra. You will need to understand that there is nothing like referendum or self-determination in the 1999 Constitution that we are using today. The makers of these laws, who were mostly military head of state, passed decrees stopping anything called referendum or self-determination. Of course, they did it because they believe in one Nigeria and they fought to keep Nigeria united. You need your own politicians to repeal such laws and ensure that there is referendum and self-determination in our constitution. Rather than doing this, Kanu was busy telling the people to abstain from politics. No election in Igbo land that Nnamdi Kanu was busy propagating destroyed the chances of the Biafra actualization by 50%. Whatever anyone is doing or saying regarding the actualization of Biafra in Nigeria currently is a criminal offense. It is against the law of the land because the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria does not support self-determination or referendum. And of course, that is the reason why Nnamdi Kanu is in prison. That is the reason why he's going trial in the Nigerian prison, and there is nobody to bail him out, nobody to speak for him. Ever since Nnamdi Kanu was incarcerated for seeking for the self-actualization of the Biafran state, criminal elements enforcing his order of no election in Igbo land has turned the once peaceful southeast state to a war zone. Politicians loyal to the Nigerian government are busy killing innocent Igbos in the name of tagging them IPOB and ESN. Kanu is in jail today. Unfortunately for him, he has no politician in the National Assembly to call for his release because he created none. I know people like Abaribe speak for him, but it is not enough to draw a lot of attention and traction to his case. As for Simon Ekpa, I don't want to talk about him because he doesn't exist in my book, and it's a shame should any of you be taking him serious. That guy is a distraction, and you should never give him the attention he's seeking for. Rather than learning from the mistake of Nnamdi Kanu, you are here doing the same mistake again. Maybe you know or you don't understand. Peter Obi celebrating Gowon is politics. Peter Obi is a politician. You don't expect him not to do so as someone that is vying for the highest office in Nigeria. Imagine the reaction, the negative reaction that it would have garnered if Peter Obi had not celebrated Yakubu Gowon. Just imagine what Reno Omokri would have taken to his social media account to write about Mr. Peter Obi if he had not celebrated Yakubu Gowon. Even if it is eye service, Peter Obi needs to do it. Peter Obi needs to pander to the sentiment and make the enemies of Igbos feel comfortable with the Igbo people. Since the war, the Igbo people have been marginalized and excluded from attaining any highest political office in this country. Don't you know that Peter Obi becoming the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria will boost the chances of Biafra actualization and true federalism? Remember, before the declaration of Biafra state, Ojukwu asked for true federalism. True federalism will solve the marginalization of the Igbo people in Nigeria. Rather than criticizing Peter Obi and calling him enemies of Igbo people, you need to support him and start playing politics. And to those of you that are giving him ultimatum on social media to take down his post, Peter Obi does not owe any one of you anything. And most of you are not even supporters of Peter Obi. Those of you that supported Peter Obi and you feel you are not going to support him in 2027 because he celebrated Yakubu Gowon, then you should go support whoever you want to support. Peter Obi does not need your support to become the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Nigerians need Mr. Peter Obi to actualize the dream of restoring Nigeria to her former glory, if actually there was any.